January. This month has basically no theme, and I think that's funny. Literally, the only thing notable about January is the first of the year. It is the first month, and it has the first day of the year, and it has New Year's, which is the first day of the year as well. That's the only thing January is known for. January is pretty much an unthemed month aside from the fact that it's winter, and yeah, there's quite a lot of snow outside. I think it is still snowing right now. But today I decided, well, let's make this a theme, because last year I viewed Headless Halloween in January as a fuck it review, so I think every January we're going to do a fuck it review or two. And we're doing another fuck it review, because I want to get this one out and about before summer hits, because I don't want to forget a lot of things about this book, or, wait too long. So without further ado, we are reviewing Escape from Camp Run for Your Life. One of the, I think the only, actually, camp-themed GYG story. Aside from Werewolf Woods, but that's barely even a camp story. But yeah, what do I think of it? Well, let me tell you, it shocked me. Let's get to the blurb. And now for the blurb. On your mark, get set, scream. Heads up, you're on your way to sports camp. If only Uncle Ed can find a place. He's the lamest driver. A sign up ahead says Camp Running Leaf. Hey, that's not the name of the camp you signed up for, but Uncle Ed is already driving away. Oh well, kind of reminds me of my uncle. He's pretty fucking bad. Running Leaf is a sports camp too. Isn't that why the campers all call it Camp Run for Your Life? You've got a choice of events. If you enter the athletic competition called the Selection, you could be selected for a free trip to be a slave on planet Exentron. However you pronounce that. Yikes! Maybe you'd better choose the wilderness hike instead. Just look out for that mountain lion over there. Oh, and try to steer clear of the zombies with rotting limbs. Ooh, the choice is yours in this scary Goosebumps adventure must back November 27th beginning. Oh, so scary. Yeah, it's actually kind of scary. This is one of the more frightening GYGs, I'm going to admit. There are a lot of things in here that are above average when it comes to scares, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is actually the best, if not the second best GYG. I haven't looked at my ranking. I haven't looked at where these two are placed, but Return to the Carnival of Horrors, if you know what I think about that book, I think that one's a major banger, you know what I'm saying? This one could easily be above that or below that. They're both amazing. I think, at the end of the day, I might prefer this. But, yeah. Escape from Camp Run for Life, an absolute banger. Let's talk about why. Let's start off with some small things, alright? Both plot lines were very good, alright? I have no preference, I feel. If I had a gun to my head, I might choose the athletics one, where you have to do some games and stuff. Mostly because it has a certain bias-y in there, and I'll get to that in a minute. But, both storylines were really good, and I think they were well-executed ideas, both of them being relatively unique to each other. I mean, they're both Goose and storylines. I mean, they can't be so far apart. They're both, scary and spooky-dooky, but they're relatively unique in terms of what they do. And yeah, they're both really good storylines. The characters are good, except for Kim. We'll get to Kim at the downsides, if you know what I fucking mean. I mean, that should be pretty obvious by that. But, yeah, not a big fan of Kim, but the other characters, like you are an okay character. There's some other characters. There's a villain who's revealed. I believe it's Coach or something. He's a really good villain. And, yeah, there's generally really good stuff going on here, but I really enjoyed when it comes to the characters and both plots. And also the book is generally really entertaining. So yeah, now for some big ones. Starting off with the bias. Alright, this is not going to apply to everyone. This is going to be an upside that I think everybody can see. But if you love aliens, you're going to love this one. I'll tell you that much. There's some aliens in this book. Yeah, and I was taken aback by this, like, holy, what the fuck? Because, it's just not going to be an alien book just from the look of it. The only thing astral in this cover is this moon. And that's just a typical Goosebumps thing. By the way, beautiful piece of art. I'm glad. I am so sad that there is not like a 4K version of this anywhere. The one I used for the thumbnail is not 4K at all. It's pretty bad quality. I wish there was a way better version out there, but you can look at it in real life and it looks goddamn pretty darn sexy, I'll tell you. But yeah, the aliens in this book. What the fuck? That was great. Alright, I really like the aliens that were involved in this book. I really like their motive, I really like how they were used, and I really like them in general, or as a whole, in their presence. Just really cool. I really like the alien stuff here. if you guys don't know, I have a big alien kink in Goosebumps, so, or kids horror in general, or anything science fiction-y, literally anything. Just give me a book with time machine, I'll be like, hell yeah. There are literally no bad endings in this book, and whilst I will admit there's some endings that aren't amazing or even very good, there's some meh endings, there are no endings I generally or genuinely really hate. Yeah, there are literally no bad endings. That's quite a big upside. Every ending was usually at least good. And that's saying something, you know. GYGs tend to have that one out of their ending, and it's just like dog shit, complete dog shit. And whilst there's endings, like I said, I don't like as much. I believe there's one involving a mountain lion. That one wasn't a great ending. It was kind of bland-ish. This wasn't bad at all. And yeah, there were a lot of standout endings, and of course, applied to the storylines that came with them. Really darn good endings. Really enjoyed them all, for the most part. And if I had anything else to say, it'd probably be the horror, like I said. This book is above average in terms of scariness. I believe what the counselors and what the camp is doing to these kids is pretty fucked up. And both storylines have some really, really scary stuff going on. If you're into zombie horror, the mountain storyline is your cup of tea. If you're into alien horror, the fitness route is your cup of tea. Yeah, both storylines are generally really, really, really scary in a lot of regards. Well, of course, it's not going to make you shit your pants, because this is a Goosebumps book. We gotta admit, it's not going to make you usually shit your pants. It's still, for a kid's horror book, pretty darn scary. Yeah, let's move on to my downsides. Kim. And not Kim Wexler. Just this girl named Kim in this book who's just fucking annoying. Yeah, and that's her real personality, so, you know, she ain't that great cup of tea. She is a annoying little shit. But that's it, really. This is going to get a very perfectly rounded 10 out of 10. Yeah. This is almost a perfect Goosebumps book and one of the most perfect GYGs, or rather one of the best GYGs ever. So yeah, 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this one. And if you're looking for a great camp read with some zombie horror and some alien horror, or just something really, really scary in a lot of regards, check this one out. And also, this is a very entertaining one nonetheless. So even if you're not like heavily into zombie horror, which I'm not really, or alien horror, which I am, then you might have a great time either way. Because I'm not into zombie horror very much, but even the zombie shit was like, hell yeah, brother. And yeah, hope guys enjoyed this book review, and tell me what you think of Escape from Camp Run for Your Life down below. Great title, by the way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.